Alright, so if you follow the channel or have been interested in the new Meta Ray-Ban displays, yes, it is the Meta Ray-Ban display since it's tech first over form, such as the old versions of the Ray-Ban Metas. Little confusing, but I understand why they named it this way. Anyways, long story short, if you're looking for some more content in regards to this, we have you covered. And in this video, I want to talk to you about a couple of things actually missing at launch from these Meta Ray-Ban displays. So first things first, the lack of apps is definitely going to be a hindrance on these. And I'm going to throw them on. These are the large ones. They definitely look goofy, so bear with me, but I want you guys to see how they look while they're on and you're talking to somebody. So beyond that, apps are going to be a huge downfall right now because not only is it limited to really what Meta's own apps are, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, things of that nature, but if you are an Instagram Reels fan, you can't even watch Reels. Fine, cut that out of the picture. There's no real video watching capabilities even baked in aside from the tutorials. Not a big deal. I assume over time the app library will grow, but it is very, very fresh in its infancy and it might be a big hindrance on somebody that might want these since it's very limited. In addition to that, iMessage, text message, RCS, all of that is supported. However, you will get notifications, you can respond, but outside of those notifications, you can't pull up these messages elsewhere or start a new one. It is kind of frustrating unless you're using WhatsApp. More frustrating too, even on the website, and I'm assuming this is going to be an OTA update here in the near future, these should record at 3K like the new Oakleys and like the new second generation Ray-Ban Metas. However, in the app, it is still limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second. That's kind of a big deal when you're spending $800 on these glasses and hoping to get the full potential out of the box because it is not currently present. Beyond that also, the band. Some of those features they showed off for this Neuro wristband, such as handwriting input or being able to just scribble a letter, numbers, whatever you want, it's not here yet. It's not even in beta. If you are an early access tester like we are, it is unfortunately not even there to pull in an app update to download for the glasses. There was a day one update. If you saw our first video, you would have seen that there was an update downloaded, but unfortunately it didn't have any of this in that build. I would assume, and again, this is me assuming, we know what that means, I would think there's going to be another update rolling out within the next couple of weeks to at least start some of these features in beta. The big ones, again, like I said, are going to be the apps. That's going to take time. Now, having said that, some good takeaways with these glasses is the battery life. Thanks to the new case and thanks to the battery life improvements on these larger frames, you are getting a very solid day of battery use, even over the original first generation Ray-Ban Metas. They are on par with the second gen. I haven't used those personally. I did use the Oakley Houstons when they came out that had the same about battery life, and I have to say these are right on par with them, which is going to be very much needed with this display. Now, some more good. I'm going back to the wristband. It is amazingly easy to get used to and manage with those double taps and how it recognizes if it's a tap on your thumb and index or thumb and middle finger, how it knows you're pinching. The gestures are awesome and it does become second nature. So the OS that Meta has built here definitely has a lot of potential and there is a ton of room to grow, even though it is very, very minimal. I did see in some other reviews from other creators that got these ahead of time, they were talking about how limited it is and how real bare bones and basic it is, and that is very accurate. I can definitely second that and tell you this isn't going to blow you away. This is no iOS, it's not Android OS. It is very basic with nice pretty colors and a nice looking display to make it a little more pleasing on the eyes. The speed of the OS, thanks to the hardware, very rarely lags for us. Capturing photos, seeing that visual back for videos, and all of that, it works amazingly well. Same with the real live time captures. So when you're doing a live time capture, and I'm not talking about translation, it is accurate down to the word. It doesn't wait for a sentence to complete. It actually does so live time so you can keep up with the conversation and make sure you're not missing anything along the way or having that awkward pause when you're communicating. So Definitely a huge improvement there. I haven't been able to test the translation feature yet. It is limited to just a couple of languages. It's about 4 or 5, so it's going to be very limited again in this initial rollout. And the next thing is, this whole launch has kind of been botched. I actually commented on these, and a lot of you guys commented on the video as well that I was trying to answer them to, but Meta was not very transparent with how this rollout was going to be. Even at the Sunglass Hut I managed to scoop these up at, there were people in line without reservations trying to pick up the glasses before other people that had reservations. Sunglass Hut handled that very well and did get the people with reservations in first, but a lot of you guys asked, if I don't have a reservation, can I still walk in and purchase it? And the answer is yes. Now, having said that, not every Sunglass Hut has them. No Best Buy have them. You have to schedule a demo and then go in for a pre-order to be able to then wait for them to be shipped. Ray-Ban stores, they're very limited in where they're located. So really, everyone's best bet is going to be Sunglass Hut. They're everywhere, and even still, they do not all carry these because they want you to do that demo before purchase. The demo, as I said prior to, is so not needed. It is a nice quick tutorial, but it is very easy to pick up on. And I'm assuming anyone that's buying these is somewhat tech savvy. And being able to learn the gestures and swiping nods, it's very, very simple. It's not needed. I don't like how they're trying to force this and not just making it an online available purchase, like all their other Ray-Bans are, or Oakleys and all of that. Hopefully in the near future, I'm assuming possibly by the end of October, definitely before the holidays, these will be available online. Meta's going to want to push these out and sell as many as possible. Which then gets me to my next point. The stores that have received these are not able to disclose quantity. I was there, obviously, had the first appointment in the morning, and within that hour, the time I was there was about 15 people in line, they were sold out. So that should give you somewhat of a numbering game, but the frustrating point is if you scheduled an appointment later in the day in anticipations of trying it on, getting sized, which is what the whole process is and point of this is, you might leave without a pair. Very frustrating, and then more so, they don't know, the reps at the stores don't know when they're actually going to even get another delivery. They believe it'll be in the next couple days, but they just truly don't know and couldn't commit. Like I said in my other video, if you noticed, they actually gave me the wrong frames, which is why these look a little odd. These were larges. I had the standard size 2 band that I was supposed to pick up. They flip-flopped my order and somebody else's order, so I ended up with these large ones. They're about a 6mm difference in size, in width, which is a huge difference on glasses, so the other ones should look a lot better and not quite as goofy as these look. We'll see. Again, thumbs up this video and subscribe to the channel for when that goes live. We will have a ton of coverage on the new Ray-Ban Metas as soon as they come in. What's cool is I just got an alert as we were actually talking here. It was a text message from one of my buddies, and just being able to glance down and see that while I'm talking, even though you can see where my eyes are looking, not currently there, yeah, it's a great feature to have. And again, this is through an iMessage that just came in. So just so you guys know, but leave all of your comments down below. Let me know any questions you have. We'll be doing a couple of these FAQs as the weeks go on, as updates roll out. We will have a ton more coverage as well as a full comparison between the Ray-Ban Metas and these new Meta Ray-Ban displays. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.